First of all, thank you so much, Padmakumar sir, for having this faith and trust in us and investing and being part of the Insurance India Summit with Quest. And it's really an honor to have you as well as Vivek sir and AccelTree be part of our partner for this summit. Thank you so much. Sir, you were there in day one as well as day two. So you saw the day one thing and the day two thing. So from you, I would like to take the honest feedback, in terms of the overall conference. The speakers, the content, the kind of audience we had in both the days, and the kind of connect, the networking, and as well as the audience mindset, everything. Overall, if you have to give me a feedback, what would it be?
So I think first of all, I must say that the overall event was organized extremely very well. Your team was very responsive.
Thank you.
You put together some good topics of discussion. I think and overall discussions were, I think, very one thing I would understand is that things are changing. I have come to such events before, especially the influence of technology in insurance. There is a lot of discussion to happen, but you somehow get the feeling that they don't have that kind of conviction on what many people speak about. Maybe because of the levels of awareness, levels of information is very low. But right now, here, what I felt in the last 2 days is people are very serious about the change. They're not just talking for the heck of talking. Whether it is talking about innovation on products, whether it's talking about how to utilize digital technology to harness either capability within or outside, and then thereby organizations are looking forward to grow. I think now people are serious, their conviction levels are high because their levels of awareness are high. Many CXOs spoke, what they spoke was very relevant. If I had to go to the micro, then it's going to take
CEO
time.
live, the CMO panel and all those.
I think they're fairly well traveled now, they're fairly well read, so they have exposure.
Yes.
Many of those implemented solutions or got success out of it. It's got only, so it's very, in that context, what you do is extremely important of, putting such kind of people together in one forum and then, get those kind of people, talk to them. It's definitely a big catalyst for that change. So, yeah, that's
Thank you so much, sir. So, do you find the audience relevant for both the days? Yesterday, we had much larger audience, obviously. So, how relevant would you say that from your perspective?
I mean, if you talk about the panel members, very relevant. The people whom you, the very senior statesmen, not in terms of age, but in terms of capability and experience. Yes. I think the panel was well chosen because that's very evident from the way the panel was performing in terms of their discussions or what happened out there.
Yes.
So I think panel was relevant. I think whomever I met around during the coffee breaks or lunch breaks, there are a lot of senior people attending the event. Many from CXO levels, many from medium levels, because they are tactical implementers.
Yes.
For a change.
They are the decision.
Yeah. So if they are not there and they don't understand where the senior level is coming from,
absolutely,
there are limitations at times. They get wider views. If I listen to from my boss alone, then what I understand is very limited. True. But when they come to this conferences, the perspective is very wider.
Absolutely.
The convictions are wider. So I think it is a good audience. Plus. The panel selected well.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, and I would again like to thank AccelTree. Great to work with you guys, and as I said, I hope to work with you again in future events, both national as well as international.
Hey, congrats to your team. I think you guys have extremely been proactive. I think that's what I like. Very and responsive to instances where there are crises. You managed it extremely well.
Thank you so much.
I mean, you were panicking for me, so I was more ready. So. First of all,
that is
you and your team.
That is all about client servicing. So you are a client, our respected client, so obviously it's our job.
Definitely respect that. So you definitely be a part of your events in the future. Thank you for putting this together. But thank you for Vivek sir having us.
Thank you. Honor is always mine. Pleasure is always mine, and it's great to have you.
Thanks.
Great.